everyone, I'm Holly and welcome to the newest Pack and Chat video. I'm packing orders today from our winter holiday release. That release went live on Sunday the 10th. It is now Monday the 18th, and so I have packed all of the other orders from this release, and all I have left are the Pack and Chat requests. Now my customers do request to have their orders packed on video. I gather those requests during the first couple of days of the release, and then I go through and see if I can pack all of the requests. I am going to try to do it again this time. I was originally going to do a lottery, but as it turns out, I didn't get that many orders, and so I've got some time on my hands. So as it would be, I do have quite a bit of stock left on the website. I do hope that you'll check it out at MoRiverSoap.com. Okay, let's get started. Let's pack some orders. So this first order is going to my friend Irene in California, and it's a pretty big order, and we're combining two orders. I have my little basket here. I'm going to put my invoice packing slip over here to the side. I will check what I need, and then let's pick this order. So we need 2 of the peppermint vanilla scrubs, 2 winter mittens, 2 cranberry huckleberry, and 2 eggnog cream. So that'll be pretty easy here. Let's look. I'll pick up these cranberry huckleberries over here. I know we're coming back for figgy cream. I have my peppermint. Oh boy, we had a fall. We've got our eggnog. And what was the other one? Winter mittens. Oh, it's clear up here. I did some organization over the weekend, so some things got moved around. I got a little confused. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and pick this figgy cream scrubs because we have 5 of those, which I think we're coming back for 1 more. Irene does love the scrubs, and I love that. So I think I need to grab 6 here total. Let me look. Let me look here. 5. Make sure you can't see the invoice. Yes, 1 more. All right, and then we have cranberry soap, snowy snowy pines, falling snow, gilded, snowy pines. Okay, so snowy pines is here. I think we said we had a cranberry. Nope. Yep. Cranberry huckleberry, snowy pine, falling snow, and a gilded. We'll get those put in there. Let's see. 2 gilded. This is why I come back and check everything off. So we need some wax. We have eggnog cream. Fix this. Oh dear, I'm trying to fix it, but it's getting worse. The eggnog cream. We have a winter garland back here. Sugar cookie down here. I need to flip my pages. I cannot grab paper today. It is a bit of a problem. I'll be home, wax melt bar, and an iced ginger snap cookie. Nice. I'll be home and iced ginger snap. Okay, very good. All right, let's prepare the box. So I have my bubble paper in this box. I just cut the lid off. I turned it funny just now. So I'm going to get, these are 12 inches wide. I think I typically do 3 sheets. I don't need to cut this because it's fun. But I do want some on the edges. So we're gonna cut those at 8 inches wide. And I have just like a cutting mat and a rotary cutter for quilting. Works really nice, and I really want to start sewing again. I bought a sewing machine again, a new one, because mine's in Missouri. It got left on the last load, so I bought a new sewing machine a whole year ago. My friend Cheryl's gonna kind of help me out, and I'm just going to try to make a fun holiday decoration for the cabin next year. But I'm wondering, you know how your moms are like, don't you dare touch cut anything but fabric with my fabric scissors. So I think I probably should maybe get some new things. I don't know. All right, so I have the 8. And then I have my pretty paper here. And I am going to fold it just not quite halfway. And then if this works out, I am also going to need just a piece on the top, just to finish off the presentation. Alright, let's move over. You see my little Nomi? He's a new melter friend that I have spotted at Cabela's yesterday. I've been on the lookout for a new one for the winter holidays. It's funny, that's just another thing. I have no idea where my wax melters have gone off to. They're probably also still in Missouri. These bigger boxes get heavy, so it's important to give them enough tape. This is the new thing with all these boxes coming in. Alright, so I have our delightful bubble paper. Do you like my cute little earrings? I got them in just the other day from, I presume a small business, Manny's Miniatures. They were super cute. I had to have them for this particular video. I was going to wear my green apron and everything, but then I realized I've worn it for soap so many times and it is quite soapy. Alright, so this, I need a little bit more width to this paper. And this paper is gorgeous. It is from Nashville Wraps. And I just loved it, and I had to have it. Okay. So our box is all prepared. Alright, so we're going to put in our peppermint vanilla whipped soap scrub first. Get that down in there. I do believe this will all go, but let us see. We have winter mittens, and this is what I usually call Snow Angel, but I no longer call it that. I thought winter mittens was a cute name. And honestly, I could not find any art that I wanted this year, so I decided it was easier just to change the whole name and find the art. We have the Cranberry Huckleberry Scrub and Eggnog, and I was just chatting with Irene this morning, and she said she's super excited for the Eggnog, so I hope you love it, Irene. Alright, 4 jars. You can't really see, but 4 jars fit perfectly there on the edge. And now for the figgy cream, I did redesign the label just a tiny bit. I was supposed to find some bigger jars, get 8-ounce jars or something again, and I just wasn't able to get that done with the multitude of purchases I was making for this release, so thank you for going ahead and ordering multiples of that, but I will try to get some bigger jars at some point. Alright, so we're looking pretty good here. I think I'm going to, can you kind of see down in there? I'm starting a brand new box of shred. I've only been through 1 box of shred so far, which is, last time I think I went through 2 and then some. Let's see. Some of these haven't been the greatest though. I don't know if you can see this. They're not all crinkly. They're a little weird, and I don't love that so much, but it is what it is. It's just packaging. Just gonna shove a little bit in between the jars so they're not rubbing too much, hopefully, in transit. We'll see. I'll probably try to send this UPS. But we'll see. Mail may still be the best option. And Irene did get Route, so thank you so much for purchasing Route insurance. We have 2 Gilded soaps. And this is a J'adore type fragrance. I make it a little bit lighter because the full strength I can't handle myself. I've always been a little bit sensitive to the J'adore fragrance. So let's see how I want to do that. Put that one there. We have Falling Snow and Cranberry Huckleberry. This was such an extensive release that I just did not have the time to do a preview video. I really wanted to, but I just didn't get the time for that. In fact, I just finished packaging up some products on Saturday, a whole week after my release. I have just been packaging as I go. It's only me doing it here. I used to have, my husband and son used to help, but my husband is busy building a house and that son has flown the coop a long time ago. My daughter was helping me, but she has some chiropractor issues and it was causing her a lot of pain to sit and wrap soaps and label, and so I was like, you cannot be here, you just can't do this. So it's all on me again. My husband did wrap one batch of soap on one night. It was like 9 o'clock at night or 10 o'clock. He's like, I'm just gonna go out and just do it. And he said, just put something on the TV, which he just hung a TV up in here for me the other day. So we have eggnog cream wax melts, and I'll zoom in, and so you'll get a better look at these in a little bit. And winter garland. And then we have I'll Be Home, which I'm going to be putting one of those in my little Know Me friend here momentarily because it's one of my favorites. It's so classic and good. But we have I'll Be Home. I wanted to check the weight on this one because it feels a smidgen light. I made so much of them, and some of them are just off by the tiniest bit. And then we have the iced ginger snap and the sugar cookie. Yes, that one's still at weight, so it is A-okay. Alright, so it all fit in here. I went ahead and put some shred, but see, it all fit in here, super nice. Well, I was having a frustrating morning, and I honestly wasn't sure if I would be cheerful enough to do a pack and chat, but it seems like the pack and chat in and of itself is fun enough that it brought my cheerfulness back. I've been trying to edit just reels, and my Adobe Premiere Pro just makes me want to do violent things that I do not do, but it does make me very cranky, very cranky. Let's put in some samples. We're gonna put in an Alpine Apple soap sample. I love this one so much. It was not a great seller, but in the video kind of went, when did I put it up? Thursday. The video was kind of like I guess y'all are over soap making videos at this point because the views are just crap. I thought that one was a really awesome one, but nobody loved the scent quite as much as I did. And then we're going to put in some Winter Break wax melts, and then that's it. I'm going to just go over this and write a note real quick. In with the packing slip and my card. So what I was saying about the Adobe, so I was working on a reel, and I had this bunch of clips together. I was changing speed, and so I would change speed on one clip and it was like mishmashing the change on all, or the speed on all the other clips. So I would go back through it. Of course, when you change speed, then it moves the clip, and sometimes it cuts clips and everything. So I fixed it. I get to the end, I go back, I go to watch it. It's all messed up all over again. So in a different way this time. I did that about 4 times, and my husband's like, you have got to just close it and walk away. And so I did. But it gives me grief. So I have my little just piece here. So then I was also trying to make an order. I want to order some essential oils. So I'm on New Directions, I'm on Vine Vita, I'm on Brambleberry, because everybody has a different price, a different this, that, or the other, a different Proposition 65 scenario. So I'm like searching, trying to find the absolute best. I'm trying to start just like, let's just do this. Let's save my cart. And so I went to log in to New Directions, and it wouldn't take my password. So I reset my password, and then it wouldn't accept my new password, even though it said it was done. And so then I waited. I tried to do it again, and it said, sorry, you can't do it more than once every 15 minutes. So I waited quite some time. Went to do it again. It says a success. You know, my browser's like, hey, let's save this password. This is awesome. And I'm like, you're right, it is awesome. I'm excited about this working this time. We're sorry, your password doesn't work. So, I don't know. I don't know if I'll get any orders. It takes 2 weeks from everywhere to get here, so I was trying to get it done this morning. So I'm like, I didn't get anything done today. So this is the first accomplishment of my day, and it feels good. Thank you. Thank you, Precious Package, for doing wonderful good things. All right, let's give my cute little Nomi a wax melt. I have I'll Be Home. And, oh, I cannot wait. I have been craving this so much. I just want to smell it and all the things. So it is holiday berries, evergreen, peppermint, cinnamon, and clove. It's so good. And these are, I feel like I'm like gonna show somebody how to golf. Hold on. Anyway, just give them a little snabby, and in they go. I want to show you this up here. Oh my goodness, he's so cute. It's my new Nomi little gourd from Jody at Gourding Around. Look at the holly, isn't it so pretty? I love it so much. I adore the cute little Nomis that she does. So yes, it's up here keeping me company this holiday season. This order is going to go to Melissa in Canada. Thank you for your order, Melissa. And we want it to be as small as possible. We are combining a couple of different orders on this one again. And I do always combine your orders, and I will refund your excess shipping. I do go out and search for the combinations or the multiple orders to combine, but if you can let me know, that's very helpful. And Melissa got Route, which I love it. Thank you all so much. Route is really a lot easier to deal with. Once the post office says that something's been delivered, there's pretty much nothing you can do. Which reminds me that I have one of those scenarios that I need to go get the GPS for today. And I need to get mail bags. Woo, big day. We have to go to town later and go to the post office and go to the UPS store. And it's so windy. I don't know if you can hear it. Probably can't hear it. So windy today. And then we can go to Home Depot and get some quotes on our windows. All right, so we have a Snowy Pines. And this was a new blend. Smells so good. An evergreen blend of snowy winter pine, Fraser fir, bayberry, juniper, balsam, and cedar. It definitely is pulling in some of those bayberry, stronger, like earthy berry, juniper berry notes. It's very nice. And then thank you for Melissa for getting an alpine apple, because I do love it. And this one is a woodsy, fruity blend of mountain evergreen, crisp apple, honey, and warm spices. And this is kind of a honey apple that I use quite a bit in other blends. Oh, it's so good. We have 2 figgy cream. Melissa says it's her favorite. Thank you so much. It's amazing. So we're gonna do that. And then we have the falling snow. This one ended up a bit tall. So yeah, that's still fine. It's gonna fit there. So this box is doing well. Let me think. If I could get this down another inch, this is a 764. I wonder if I could get it into a 753. 753, I would typically do, I think it has 1 bar too many for a 753. Let me think. A 753, I would do this. I could put a couple there, but if I could get one there, let's try it. I typically only keep a 753 or 764 on hand, but I actually have both currently. Alright, so we're going to get in our paper, and we're just going to try this. I don't know that this is going to go. Let's do alpine and snowy. Yeah, I think I might be off just a little bit. Let's do, so we had the 2 snowy. And the alpine, yeah. This is just going to be a smidgen too small, because that does not want to fit quite right. And I don't believe this one would go here. It's just a smidgen not right. Oh, it's barely melted, the I'll Be Home scent, and it's just, I'm dying over here. It's so good. Alright, back in with this. Snowy pines, alpine apple, fresh snow. We're going to put 2 figgy cream. I think I'd feel better putting a falling snow on the edge. Somewhere. An edge somewhere. Let's do gilded. Yeah. We'll just do that and then just move everything over so it can get some more padding. So, you know, that's what I'm looking at here. Alright, so let's put in a Bad Rock sample and a Winter Peach sample. The Bad Rock is a fresh masculine blend of citrus, cedar, amber, mahogany, and musk. And then the Winter Peach is winter florals combined with white peach, mint, strawberry, and also musk. We're gonna do that. Where'd my, here it is. So I always fiddle with the price just a little bit for the samples because I do have to put them in there, but I also have to give them a value. So I try to just make sure that it's not showing in addition to that you paid, because that is part of the price, is getting the samples. Isn't that cute? Come on now. Whoa, why are you, don't make it shadowy. Isn't that cute? This is just the cutest little packet. And so I'm going to just go work out what is going to be the best way to ship this. Work out the refund on shipping. And it looks like I'm almost out of tape. There we go. Okay, so this order is going to Bree in Georgia. Thank you for your order, Bree. And I've chosen a 764. And into this package, we're going to put in a couple of the Figgy Cream. We have a Falling Snow, and this is just a really fresh, clean, it's called, it says, a beautiful fragrance blend with notes of fresh snow, lavender, and frosted spruce combined with winter melon, snow blossom, and mint. It's really a pretty fragrance. We have Wild Berry Blizzard soap, and this is just a flurry of berry notes. We have a Bad Rock soap. Now this is actually named, you're probably like, Bad Rock, what does that, I mean, it makes no sense. Anyway, it is, I'm not used to these. I'm moving my head and the candy cane earrings are like slapping my neck, and I'm not used to such things. The Bad Rock is named after Bad Rock Canyon, and it's up here by Columbia Falls, Montana, and it's on your way to Glacier. And then we have the Gilded again. And the J'adore type scent that this is Ylang Ylang Lily and Rose with orange blossom, sandalwood, and musk. It's so good. I don't think it is just a feminine type scent. My son absolutely loves it. And then we have frankincense. This is a tallow soap. I had a few tallow soaps with this release, and I had a customer request this particular soap. It is frankincense essential oil, a tallow soap base with goat milk and colloidal oatmeal. So it's a really good one. I guess we'll do this, and then the tallow can just slide in like so. It's so good. I quite love it. It's just creamy. My goodness, it's so creamy. It's been a good seller. Everyone's been, I have about half the batch left. I did a big batch and I have about half of the batch left, but it's done better than some of the other ones, that's for sure. I'm gonna tuck in a cranberry huckleberry sample. I guess I put 2 in the Canadian order. I can't always put 2. I always put a little extra sample in the Canadian orders if I can, because they've had to pay so much to have their order shipped. But this is a chunky sample. So we're going to go in with the cranberry huckleberry, the packing slip, and the business card with all my information on it. She's snowy. Sun is shining, but I see snow. Maybe it's just blowing off the trees. Yes, we're getting a little snow. That's quite delightful and pretty. We haven't had that much snow yet this year, but we've had a little bit. We're trying to finish the roof. So we've been okay with no snow. But I do believe it makes it feel so much colder when you don't have the insulation of the snow on the ground. I have been so cold. Of course, I have a little bit of thyroid problems, but I have been so cold this year so far. I'm just waiting for that snow to come down and insulate us. This order is going to Danelle in Washington. Thank you so much for your order. I am going to use a 1075 box. I think this will go in all right. So I think it was my last pack and chat that I asked what scents that you all love for Christmas, for the holiday season, and I got quite a bit of feedback, which thank you so much for that. And so some of the scents here are actually ones that were requested. So we're gonna put in the whipped soap scrubs first, and these are kind of a 3-in-1. They're gonna cleanse, they're gonna give you a little bit of moisture and a little bit of exfoliation, but they are at their very base a soap. So this is, we have the eggnog cream and the peppermint vanilla. And then let's see, we have some of the Bad Rock soap again, and it goes Was that it for the soaps? Yes, that's it for the soap. So we'll put a little shred down there and give the wax melt a comfy ride. We have the winter garland again, and this is a blend of aromatic pine, zesty citrus, spicy cloves with a hint of woods and musk. Very nice. We have the eggnog cream donuts, and these are just always so dang cute and smell amazing. I think I'll put those separate and put something else on top there. We have the I'll Be Home wax melt bar. So glad that you got one of those. We have some winter mittens wax melts. This was one of the requested scents that I got, was peppermint mocha, and oh, it does smell amazing. I love how they're like half white and brown and half red and brown. Oh, they're so good. My daughter came out and was kind of sniffing around, and she definitely picked that out as being one of her favorites with this release as well. But those are sold out. I thank you for that. We have 2 sugar cookie wax melt bars. Oh, this was a request. It smells so good. I love it. Very happy to have those with this release. Smells amazing. And then this one also was a request, a coffee scent. And this is a new one that I have, and my daughter also, she loves coffee and she loves peppermint, and so he was just all over this as it's smelling so good. So that is some good stuff, and I want to thank you so much for giving me those suggestions. That definitely helps steer me in the direction of the things that you wanted. I'm going to put in a Snowy Pines soap sample, the Winter Break wax melt sample, and that is just a mix of hollyberry, raspberry, citrus zest, apple, jasmine, and cassis. It's very, is it cassis? Cassis? You know me, I can't pronounce things super well. Sometimes I'm right. Sometimes I'm wrong. So I'm going to put in the packing slip and the business card, and this will be off to Washington. It's not going to have a very long journey, hopefully anyway. We were trying to pinpoint a soap that Danelle had bought in the past, the one that her husband really liked, and so I looked through all the invoices and sent her a list, and I'm like, it was quite a list. She's been with me a while, and I just thank you so much for that. Okay, so this order is going to Holly in New York. Thank you for your order, Holly. And I'm going to try to get this into a 964, but we'll see. I may have to upgrade to a little bigger size. So I had mentioned in that last video when we talked about wax melt scent that I just love the red and green just scents that like you get at Walmart at the Christmas time. Well, I was in Hobby Lobby, which I tell you what, that place is too much for me. It's too overwhelming. I go in, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. It's just too much. So I got the best I could on my list for some picture stuff, and then I was like, I am out of there. But I did stop and sniff some of the candles. So the red one that they had was, and it smelled exactly as I wanted it to smell, but they called it cranberry spice. It smells absolutely nothing like any cranberry spice fragrance that I have actually had. There's really not a whole lot of spice in it. And then the green one, they called sugared spruce. And again, smelled nothing of sugared spruces. And both of them smell nothing like, well, maybe not nothing, but, you know, not close enough to any fragrance that I have ever purchased. And I have tried a lot of Christmas fragrances through the years. So So we have a Wind Song Pine, and this is just a little different pine from everything else that I did with this release. I did not want to make sprays so much with the Winter Garland or my Snowy Pines blend, but I had gotten a small amount of a Wind Song Pine from Wholesale Supplies Plus, and I thought it was just super pretty. And so I did go ahead and make sprays in that one, thinking it could just kind of continue on. It doesn't have to be holiday, but it can be holiday. So I like to put that in. I tighten it down. Did I do that? I don't even remember if I tightened it down. I'm pretty sure I tightened it down. But what I do is I tighten it down with like a glove so it gives me a good grippy. And then I put it in this bag with a twisty tie. That way if for some reason it does leak, it'll hopefully contain it to this bag. And then we can just replace the spray and nothing else. So I'm going to put in a little bit of shred on one side to set it down in like so. I guess you're not as high up as I normally put you. So we have a Fresh Snow Sea Salt soap, and this one is the Little Snowflake. It's a new essential oil blend for this year. And so I didn't do the peppermint in the snowflakes, but I did the peppermint as usual. Okay, so here's my mindset on a lot of this stuff for this year. Sometimes when I go overly into a theme, I don't get the sales enough to just keep it going. It's not like making figgy cream that will sell throughout the year. If I make a Christmas scent, usually by the middle of December, I'm probably done with it. So I tried to focus more on just winter type themed things. So I did make the peppermint sea salt soaps, but they are in just the round, and then they do have some pink salt because I made them with the pink salt this time. So I was just trying to kind of be in that happy ground of it's kind of Christmassy, kind of holiday-y, but it's winter, so the people who maybe not celebrate Christmas, you know, could get in on the party. So I'm going to put in frankincense and citrus spice tallow soap. And these are also made with goat milk this time, and I really do like that combination. That's a great combo. We have a Snowy Pines and a Bad Rock. It's so funny because I'm seeing snow out of the window over my sink and kind of in the window behind the camera. But then when I look to the side, I don't see snow at all. So it's just kind of goofy and I don't really know what to think about that. All right, we're going to turn. Let's see. I probably should have put the soap in before the shred and the broom and linen spray. Okay, so those are in. Let's see. Oh yes, this will be perfect. This is going to fit just wonderfully. So we're going to put in some peppermint vanilla. Oh my gosh, I really do like this peppermint vanilla. I wanted to, you know, when you make the sugar scrub, sometimes you just, it smells so wonderful and it looks creamy. Would not taste good, would not be good to eat it. It is not edible. But, oh, so good. And then we have this. I'm going to go weigh this one too. Yep, that is weighing out just fine. I must have just had one in there and it just threw me off. Alright, so this one is about ready to head off. Let's see what soap sample we should put in. Based on I'll Be Home, we kind of have more classic / earthy. I'm going to put in a Falling Snow soap sample. I'm still packaging my wax melt sample as I go because I have not sat down and done that part, but aren't they pretty? So cute. So every single one of these that I've sent out, I keep unmolding and bagging. That's what takes me so long sometimes. I need to sit down and get this done. I just did not get this one done. yesterday, Sunday, I packed orders instead of doing something like that. So we're going to put that in there. The sample theme is very blue and white. Very beautiful. And then this one is off to New York. Okay, so this order is going to Kim in Michigan. Thank you so much for your order, Kim. I'm going to see if I can get this into a 1075. So last week ended up being really chaotic. Actually, the whole, several weeks before this release, I feel like everything just came at once. And I was trying to, earlier on, trying to really get things made for the release, and my daughter was having allergic reactions, and we ended up in in urgent care a couple of times. And then, in the end, everything just all happened at once. I finally decided on my date was going to be the 10th. I originally wanted to do it on the 1st, but I just was not ready. And then I was going to do it on the 10th, and then my husband got a business trip scheduled, and the financing, banking thing for the loan got scheduled for last week. So between it being Veterans Day on Monday, which we ran to Polson and had to get some lumber, and then my husband flew out early Tuesday morning through late Thursday night. And then a Friday half day was a bust because we had to go to town to the bank. I just did not get as many orders packed last week as I wanted to, but I did still get quite a bit out. So we have peppermint vanilla and winter mittens. Wondering, I guess we'll just put those over there for right now. I have a Breathe It In menthol shower steamer dealio. I'm not sure that this is going to fit. And we have a Poison Apple whipped soap scrub from the last release. And I'm honestly not sure if I'm going to do Halloween-y, spooky season stuff next year. I feel like there was drama of people saying that you shouldn't be doing Halloween stuff, and it was fun, but it eliminates a lot of my customers because they don't celebrate Halloween, which I'm cool with that. I don't like being told that I personally can't do something and that I'm a heathen going to hell as part of the process. I don't like that, okay? I don't like that. But the rest is all right. The rest is okay. If you don't want to do things, that's cool. But I don't know. I'm just not sure it's worth it to me to do that anymore. So I'm a little defeated on that. Plus, I have quite a lot of the stuff left that I've had on sale since 2 weeks after the release, and it's still there. So I don't know. But I do appreciate that you bought Smells Better Than Death and the pumpkin maple goat milk. Can you see the size difference? This one ended up pretty big, and then this one was a little bit smaller. Alright, so put those in. And then we have Winter Peach and Wild Berry Blizzard soaps. This will stand up. Maybe that. This is a smidgen tricky. Let's see what we can get done. So let's see. Let's put those in. And every now and again, I'll do an experiment. I threw this Mountain Huckleberry up with my odds and extras. So 2 weeks-ish after my last release, and I sold 1 bar until this release. So it just goes to show no one's visiting my website because the sales have been definitely down. Cranberry Huckleberry in Falling Snow, but I'm super grateful for you people that do show up. Thank you so much. For me, it's still kind of hard to get used to the fact that this was my first holiday release up here in Montana that like was legit. And I'm used to having 3 times the amount of orders that I get. And so I'm still just having to get used to it. It's a little disappointing sometimes because it's not quite as, this isn't as successful prospect as it used to be for me. And we have a couple of the peppermint sea salt soap. So yeah, right? We got it? We got it. So it's more of a mental thing for me. I mean, we're getting by, but it's definitely not, it's the worst it's been in my whole years of business. So there's that. We'll just say that. I'm trying to keep going, but it's getting a little discouraging. So we're going to put in, I don't want to sound ungrateful because I'm just so incredibly grateful for the people that are with me. I'm so thankful because I am getting by and I am thankful for that right now. But I might have to think about alternates next year. I'm going to put an Alpine Apple soap sample in, and then I'm going to put in a mint, which is another tallow goat milk soap that I have with this release. So I'm going to put that in, and I'm hoping that you're not vegan. I'm wondering if I need to start putting, if there's a way I can do a little beep-boop thing on the website to tell me if you're vegan. So I mean, we've got maple goat milk, so we got that there, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they always will be happy about a tallow thing. I never know what to do. I never know. We're just gonna put those in for today, the mint and the Alpine Apple. And then this order is off to Kim in Michigan. Thank you again. This is great, and I love, oh, I was going to give you a little helpful hint, people. If you love the Snow-Kissed / Winter Candy Apple type scent, that's what the Poison Apple is. So, outside of the packaging, you can get that scent in Sugar Scrub, although the scrub could be gone now. I still have one up on there, but I have some more packing chats to do. But yeah, also the coffee scrub. The Huckleberry Coffee Scrub got a lot of good feedback. But I have 14 jars and it just sits there, so I don't know. Okay, so this order is going to my friend Jill in California. Thank you for your order, Jill. And I know you didn't ask to be on a pack and chat, but we had talked about it that you had forgotten last time. So I just held it. I hope that's all right. I'm sure I'll talk to you about it. So I'm one of those people that I talk and I'm honest and I regret saying things. If that came across as woe is me, I'm very sorry. I know we're all in this struggle bus together and life has not been easy, and I'm just grateful. Getting by for right now is always all right. So I do thank you so very much for your orders, and I will do my best just to continue to get by. So we have Wind Song Pine spray again. I'm going to put the soap in first this time. So my friend Jill has had to evacuate. It was like right before this release. Had to evacuate from the fires in California. My goodness gracious. It has just been a doozy. So, Falling Snow and Cranberry Huckleberry soaps. We have the last Pumpkin Maple Goat Milk. So I don't currently have any unscented soaps. This was my last one. So I'm really wanting to make a new batch of Crema Cacao. I'm really savoring my cocoa butter since, you know, that has gotten so outrageous due to, was it destroyed crops or something? Not good crops. Anyway, there's a reason why cocoa butter is just like excessive right now. So I've been kind of savoring it for saving it. I'm not sure what the word is that I'm looking for, but we have Snowy Pines and the Winter Garland Wax Melts. So I've been saving that so that I can make a nice batch of Crema Cacao. But I also need to make, somebody asked me for like, I think it was like the kefir. I think I used like goat milk kefir, cow kefir, something else. I'll have to look that up. But that's on my list too to get made. I'm working through my list. I haven't had a lot of time with everything going on with the peppermint mocha wax melt. I haven't had a lot of time to make soap. So when I get back to that this week, here in a couple of days, that's going to be lots of fun. I'm going to make some, try to get caught up on the list that I have for everybody. We've got Lilac is on there. Worthy is on my list. Lilac, Worthy, that unscented one. I think that might be the last of the customer requests, but I'll have to look at my list. We're going to put in the Winter Break wax melt sample and the Winter Peach soap sample. And then this order is going to be off to my friend in California, and I need to see how many I've actually done. I want to cut this first one off at 10 at least. I guess I should just count to see what I actually have to do. Okay, so I'm actually going to make this the last order on this pack and chat, and the last order I'm packing for today before we go to town. I think this, I don't know what my count is, but it about splits it in half, I think. So this order is going to Amber in Pennsylvania. Thank you so much for your order, Amber. And hi, Elena. How are you doing? I hope you guys are having a great day. Thank you for watching. And, oh dear. I was getting a little confused by it there. Alright, so into this one, we have a Winter Mitten Scrub. I tend to see my logo, and so I turned it towards the logo because I could actually see that, but it needs to be, that needs to be on the side. And then we have a Fresh Snow Sea Salt Soap. I think that, yes, that'll be fine. We have a Snowy Pine Soap. I'm going to go ahead and put some shred in there around everything. So, and then we have a Snow-Kissed Wax Melt and the I'll Be Home. That one really picked up in these pack and chat ones. That's so fun. I'm gonna put in a Winter Break Wax Melt sample and a Wild Berry Blizzard soap sample. And then this one is off to Pennsylvania. Thank you again. Thank you so much for watching this first pack and chat video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I actually have a lot more to pack on the next one than I realized, but I'm going to be done for today. So please stay tuned for part 2. Thank you again for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.